Hello, everyone. I just want to thank Mr. Deplorable for being my first actual conservative paid troll. Thanks, dude. Gotta love a good internet fight. Keep it coming, man. Love it. Um. Anyways, the this old baby boomer, Mr. Deplorable, is thinks he can troll me, even though he contradicts himself in his own thing, saying that millennials are in charge of Google, and then him next moment he's saying his generation is going to be in charge for the next 20 years. Good luck figuring that one out, dude. Thanks, Mr. Deplorable. Why don't you go call your buddy Alex Jones to come over and troll me next? I'd love to see him come over. But he's so busy talking to the president, he might not. So, anyways, um, enough of the troll, really. Today, I wanted to talk about this Xennial or Xennial or whatever the hell they're calling them. I'm more likely, I more like to think of as this generational niche as the Star Wars generation because that's way fucking cooler, you know. But anyways, Xennials or Star Wars babies or whatever. The official years are 1977 to 1983, and the defining characteristic is not so much about the people themselves, and I think that's where everybody gets shit so personal and butthurt about it, I mean, because it's nothing to do with the actual Xenial people or the mostly it's honestly it's almost all Generation X because I think Generation X goes in 1982, so that's 1 year of millennials and the rest of X. So it's more like a subset of X really at this point right now, but the one defining characteristic of a Xenial or Star Wars baby, I'm just gonna go Star Wars baby because that's way cooler. The one defining trait is a technological, social type thing, and it's what they keep saying about us growing up analog and then but being comfortable digital. And I think people are like, "What the hell does that mean?" I remembering back to my childhood, we had the old click click rotary tuner thing for the TV where you spin it, spin a knob and it goes for a channel, and if you wanted to go to like cable, it had like a 00 or something or a cable. I don't know what it was, and then they had like 99 channels on a weird different knob below. We grew up with that as kids. I remember getting up and changing the channel for my dad. I was basically my parents' clicker when I was like 5 or 6 or whatever. So that was I mean by analog childhood is we had crap like that in our childhood still, but later on things became much more digital. And I kind of think a really funny thing is if you were in high school or middle school when beepers were out. If beepers were the hot thing while you were in high school or middle school, then you are a Star Wars baby. I think that should be that defining characteristic because beepers are fucking hilarious. Come on. We all know it. And then they went to those giant cell phones that everybody was always overcharging because no one knew how to work it. And then we just gradually went smaller and smaller until we got to smartphones. And so us Xenials, since I was born in 1980, I'm basically in the freaking middle of that one. And anybody else born in 80, we're all in the middle of the Xenials, so that's kind of cool. So we grew up with the analog stuff, but then we're very very comfortable with the digital too. And we best it's best basically like best of both worlds kind of situation. We're comfortable with analog and digital equipment. More so, I guess, than Generation X is with digital, and less so, I guess, than millennials are with digital. So I guess that's the difference, maybe. Um, I think there's a different difference that hasn't been talked about yet between Generation X and millennials and Xenials, whatever. If we're going to be in a thing, is millennials are not anywhere near as tough as Generation X. Um, they are crybabies. I remember as a kid making my brother's friends or whatever. They just always seemed to get hurt easily, and it wasn't even that big a deal. They'd fall, and, and the mom would come rushing out. Oh my God, my baby! I don't know any of our parents that did that. I mean, my mom would walk out You broken bones, gushing blood. I got a little scratch. It's fine. Come wash it off. That was it. That was it. We were not coddled that way, and I'm trying to raise my kids the same. I think they definitely people shouldn't be coddled. Injuries happen as a kid. It's part of being a kid. It teaches you to be tougher later in life. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about the Generation X, Star Wars babies, and millennials. Now, I gotta get going to work. Thank you for trolling me, Mr. Deplorable. I love it, dude. I love trolls. You guys are awesome, and you make me get way more views and subscribers. So, love you, dude. If you have any friends, invite them over to all your troll friends to come on over. I welcome all, and it's really easy to shut you guys down because your talking points are basically the same thing as Republican, conservative, libertarian nut jobs like Alex Jones. You're basically all the exact same talking points. You just kind of barf them all out at once. It's information overload, and you just like to barf that out and confuse people. So keep it coming, dude. I love trolls. I love trolls talking to them on these things because it just makes them look stupid. You get them rambling on and on and on. Especially old trolls. They think they're making sense, but they're just pathetic because it's obvious they don't understand how the internets work. Talk to y'all later.